Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand why all these corny dudes is out here trying to massacre the industry. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hip hop is being ran and controlled by people that don't even love it or listen to it. You know what I'm saying? This dude here don't listen to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this guy here don't know the history of the whole game. Like, they don't know anything about it. And it ain't based on color. Like DJ Akademiks is a corny cornball. We already know that. Like, that dude did not grow up listening to no damn hip hop. And the hip hop of what he think he's listening to, you know, forget about it. But you got this clown getting written about on Hip Hop DX and all. What? If DJ Akademiks saying he wants to fight Meek Mill should not even be a trending topic. It shouldn't even be picked up on Twitter, let alone a social media platform. Like, you gotta be kidding. You ruin your whole credibility by mentioning him and putting him in a conversation with people like that, because they were like, oh, well, he's a civilian, he get the car. He can't play the civilian card because he's already aligned himself with street hood Negroes. Okay? You can't play that role and then go run back to home base. He posted up with Treyway, going out with Treyway. Now, when they catch you on the spot, they ain't finna come ask you, hey, who you with? When the ops catch you, you see, everybody want to be around the hood dudes to make themselves look tough. Makes it look like, yo, I got backup. But then, when the heat come, they ain't nowhere to be found. So you either in or you out. You got to get that assessed right now. So you can't play civilian after you was playing like you was rolling with the goons. Don't pull the civilian card when it gets hot. But see, these the kind of clowns you back. You got another clown snitch on everybody, brags about it, and walk around on the streets taking pictures. I don't even want to give this clown no oxygen. It's like a fire. They got a flame till somebody just put a glass right on top of that flame. And what happens to that flame when you put that glass over it? You see it die out real fast and you see nothing but smoke. Yep. Just wait. Now, back to the situation at hand. This game right now is so retarded. You got people running around here acting like they run the game of hip hop and they don't even love it. They don't love anything about it. They just making money off of the entire situation about industry. They know nothing about the artist. They couldn't tell you when Wu-Tang first album came out. They don't tell you about, only thing they know about Method Man, and that's about it. They don't talk about Capadonna's album. It's a whole different reality to what's really going on in the industry. I don't got nothing against Adam Tutu or whatever he is. Like, I rarely see anything. I see an Instagram clip of something somebody said on the Adam Tutu show or something. I think Dame Dash was on there, and they was arguing over $500 or something. And my thing is, why would Dame Dash have to go to this guy? You see what I'm saying? Why would these people have to go to people that are not hip hop? They're not industry. These are like skateboarding dudes, and they sitting here being the face of the culture. Vlad, you know what I'm saying? Vlad is not a hip hop artist. I respect what Vlad does more, probably more than the rest of them, you know. But the thing is, his style has been copied by a lot of people, but Vlad is not a hip hop guy. He don't be knowing damn near anything about the people sitting in front of him. But yet again, just like I said before, now look at Vlad, face of the culture, right? Where's the people who are a part of this culture? Why are they not repping it? You see what I'm saying? There's like, we got Joe Budden in the podcast. Joe Budden podcast don't really cater to hip hop. Joe Budden podcast caters to Joe Budden. That's it. If you're a suburbanite, if you're a suburbanite in the game, you know, then Joe Budden is probably for you. So this is what I be talking about when I say, man, you know, we lost the industry. The whole industry of hip hop is gone. We got Complex repping hip hop. It's like they made total mockery out of the situation because they said, hey, let's get a bag. We only care about Eminem because, you know, that's basically what we do. We don't have any black people really working here or anybody that's really into the culture. So let's just focus on the new syrupy artists that come out. Who's getting a lot of hits on YouTube? Let's drag them on in. Get some of these guys who sit at home on a keyboard all day. Let's see what they think about the culture. It's pitiful. It's absolutely pitiful. So, when you see that, it makes you want to vomit when you see the culture not being represented in its proper light. We've been like in the game for a minute. You know, I could have definitely got on a platform and done these different things. But I'm not even speaking for me. Like, oh, you're jealous. That's what people, you're jealous. You want that. Nah, bruh, I didn't want it. That's where you wrong. I don't want that. But for somebody else, for me to speak up on their behalf, no problem. Because I feel they should have had that. I feel that platform was theirs. It was theirs, win, lose, or draw, no matter what. Now you got all these snakes in the grasses coming up. And they all snake in the grasses, all of them. And this wasn't even a culture. You know, it's like a bottomless assignment for somebody. No disrespect to Wayno. You know, he's somebody that needed the bread, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, that job probably saved him. You know, and my thing is, I don't have a problem with what he says. He reps it right. At least he knows the industry. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with somebody who's a clown, who's walking around being promoted by record companies and pushed by them and pushing their artists, and they feel that they're bigger than what they are. But they don't know anything about the business, really. They're clowns. So when you see clowns like that walk around with their chests out, parading like they big shots, you start to see the real big picture, the bigger picture. They gotta go. It's time to expose the clowns to the rest of the world. So that's all this is. This is what you do. You expose the clowns. Lift the tent, show everybody the circus. Well, that's why, the thing with Joe Budden is Joe is under pressure. And the pressure is trying to create every day. Joe Budden has got a situation because when you put yourself in a box, which they do, and they try to pick and choose what to talk about. What should we talk about? What should we not? Because they have relationships in the industry. And when you got relationships in the industry, that's why it's not good sometimes to have these relationships, because it hinders the way you tell the information. It always do. I've run into it. I'm quite sure others have run into it. And we know people on the other level, like Joe, run into it. They have to be very careful with how they deliver information because it ruins other friendships and relationships. I get it. I understand it. I've made plenty of videos that people won't even talk to me no more. Man, not because I was wrong or something. They mad because I told it. And I'm like, dude, the information has been out there for years. I don't care. You shouldn't have did that. I'm like, we cool now. I'd be like, what you mean? Yeah, you bringing up that old stuff for what? Nobody want to hear about that. I was like, wow. But I'm like, when Harvey Levin brings it up on TMZ, nobody says a word. I mention it. I shouldn't have brought that old stuff up. Man, I wonder did you feel this way about Harvey? And you know what he did? He hung up the phone. Because he knew I was right. They won't do that to Harvey, anybody else. But let's come down on the brother. Now, Star is hip hop. All the way around. He has got more stripes to say anything about hip hop than Joe Budden, than any other rapper in the game. Today. Star has been there. I bought Source magazines to read Star and Buck Wild. I would go all the way to the back of the magazine to start it off. I didn't give a damn who was on the cover. So from the Star Report is one of the main reasons why this whole situation can be saved. But sometimes he has to go with status quo and talk about things and avoid certain topics. And that's what we gotta get away from. We need to come out with a platform. We need to have a safe haven platform where we don't have to deal with the nonsense. And that's why I have a Patreon. We spent 15 minutes to get around to the very point I'm making. This is why I have a Patreon. Because the fans, the subscribers, those who love it, who appreciate what you do, say we will pay a monthly subscription just so we can get the uninterrupted. Because we know how they're going to try to do you. We're going to try to silence you. They're going to try to put you down. They're going to do everything in their power to make you feel lesser than, because you're not part of the umbrella. You're not going to toe the line and tap dance Charlie. You're not finna come up here and start talking about going to the cops over tweets and stuff. It's like ridiculous. And then people are following these clowns because they don't know any better. That's why you gotta really observe the game and say, who knows about this? Who knows about the history of hip hop? Who's been around that? Who's been around what it was like to be in a booth working on a song? Why ain't these guys making records? Like, who was there when a hit record was made and how it was made? Who's done all that? Where are they at? Where are the engineers? I want to hear from them. You know why? Because they don't care to do that. That wasn't part of their job. You know, Angie, she's hip hop. She's a part of hip hop forever. Angie Martinez, she made it. She's a part of hip hop lore forever. She was always gonna be a part of it. You can call her Jay-Z's puppet or whatever, but she's a part of history. So when she talk about hip hop or doing something, I'm gonna pay attention. I'm definitely gonna pay attention. That's Angie. Anybody else, I might not take them seriously. So, I don't know how the rest of you guys feel, but I would like to say thank you guys for supporting the page, even being here this long, listening to me. So, it's my acknowledgement to all you subscribers. And if you're a new guy, just got here, subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and you can go to the Patreon and select all. Right now, we got the truth behind Snoop getting away with murder in that murder trial. We talking about that. We talk about blacks and how they supposed to approach business and how it's different for them in business, and Caucasians. They can't just do the regular thing. They have to go by a whole different standard. We speak on that. We got Detroit rappers on there talking about why they don't deal with Eminem. and why the city don't follow them. It's a whole lot of stuff going on, brother. So get involved in the Patreon. Find out what's what. I'm out.